Good morning, good morning, good morning. My name is Sean Dexter. I welcome you back to the Mango Grow for your daily analysis video on Chainlink and Bitcoin. It's a beautiful day outside, and Chainlink and Bitcoin with some beautiful price action. In our last video, I believe it was Saturday, we talked about how Chainlink and Bitcoin are likely doing the same thing. They're likely going to have a nice up thrust, and that's exactly what we saw here on Bitcoin and over here on Chainlink with some nice moves. In today's video, I'll be talking about whether I am looking for further upside or are we going to see a pullback. So if you are interested in any of that, you better watch this whole goddamn video. And here we have Bitcoin USD on the 4-hour. We will be starting with Bitcoin in today's video before moving on to Chainlink, because hey, Bitcoin has been so very exciting. And since Chainlink has been played on the USD chart, I do believe that anything good happening on the Bitcoin chart is going to be good for Chainlink as well. Just like we talked about on Saturday's video, just like we forecasted, just like we predicted, we saw a potential upthrust on Bitcoin, saw a similar move happening on Chainlink too. We were looking at that for the past few days, thinking, contemplating, theorizing that hey, Chainlink is looking very similar to Bitcoin's movement, and that gave us that opportunity, that preparation time to get ready, put on a trade for both of them towards the upside. We got that. We are very happy. So let's talk about Bitcoin first. What are we looking at exactly? Well, we were looking at this falling channel into our range low, and guys, trading can be that simple, right? It can be that simple, and I've been talking about this now for over 2 weeks, and look at the trades we've had off these ranges, right? All you had to do was buy the range low over here at 7,700, got a nice move. At the very least, if you wanted to take it off the mid of the range that we talked about, 8,200, a nice profit, right? Yes, we didn't get all the way up to the upside over here, but the next time you bought the range low, you got all the way up to 8,700. You can take the short side of the trade again over here, and you got all the way down to the bottom of the range, and then again we longed over here and got all the way up to the mid of the range thus far. The question is, are we going to get all the way up to 8,700 again? And I will talk about that in a sec. I just want to address something very quickly. I have been getting a lot of PMs recently, people asking me to tell them when and where I am entering exactly, or make a call group or a call channel where I tell them exactly what I'm doing, when I'm doing it, when I'm putting on my trades, when I'm exiting, etc. Guys, I have to emphasize this one more time. This is not what this channel is about, right? This channel is about me teaching you guys how I do what I do and my mindset behind it all, so that you guys can take it and do the same thing on your own time, on your own trades, and not just on the Bitcoin chart, but on other charts too, on the Chainlink chart. Everything that I'm using on the Bitcoin chart, you guys can go ahead and use on the Chainlink chart. And you're seeing that. You're seeing me use the same techniques on Chainlink that I'm using on Bitcoin, right? It's the same trade this time around. You can go ahead and use it on Ethereum, you can use it on LTC, whatever you guys spot the opportunity. My goal over here at Mango is to make an elite community, right? And for those of you who are on the seed program, honestly, all you had to do was follow the most recent module from 2 weeks ago, and you guys would have gotten the same entry I did, literally the same technique, and you guys would have gotten an entry at around 8,450, 8,500ish. And look at how many chances you guys had to get that entry. Just follow the concepts in the seed module, and you guys would have had a lot of profits in this range over here. Simple. Just that one module. That's that one module. And if you combine that with the order flow and institutional order flow module, you'd have got this amazing short over here that I put into at 8,800, right? And that's the goal over here, guys, for me to teach it all to you, so you guys don't need to rely on me, because you guys don't know, right? What if I have to go on like a lengthy vacation someday and I won't be around for like a week or two or a month? Who knows, right? I need a goddamn vacation, man. That being said, I don't want to digress too much. This will never be a call group. I will give you guys my ideas, I'll tell you guys what I'm doing, but I'm never gonna have a channel saying enter here, exit here, stop loss here. I'm not gonna do that, man. I'm gonna teach you guys everything I know, my risk management, blah over time, and you guys can make it your own. Alright, let's go ahead and talk about Bitcoin now. What is going on over here? Well, we had this falling channel, we broke it to the upside, met its measured move if you're using the width of the channel, of course, and there are other things too that was pointing to a measured move to around this area here, 8,400. You can look at the daily, okay, turn on our Ichimoku template, and you can see that we came and met the 21 EMA, and that is an expected area where you're going to see some resistance. One, people are going to be taking profits. Two, they're going to be short traders who are playing the trend, who are going to attempt a short over here, and of course, hey, on first, well, this is not really first pass, right? We had a test over here, but it's been a few days, more than a week since we've tested the 21 last. This is a very, very key area where people are likely to put on short trades. We are also at the middle of the range, right? So a lot of confluence coming in there saying that, hey, you know what, you're going to see at the very least some resistance, at the very least a pullback on the lower time frames, because the mid time frames, the daily, is seeing a key level over there, right, around 8,200. More importantly, what have we been saying for the past week or so, 2 weeks now, right? 8,200, a key level in this range. We have only 3 levels to play off. So simple, the mango way, the stress-free way. 8,700, 8,200, and 7,700, right? All we have to do is play off those levels if you want to keep it easy. Now, of course, you can get a little bit more complicated with it and play off the middle of the mid ranges, but I've been keeping it easy, and it's been very, very profitable, guys. Now we do have other things on the lower time frames that pointed to some good trades over here, right? If you weren't playing the ranges and you were playing for example, this falling wedge, or if you're playing the falling wedge, right, all you have to do was wait for the break over here, right over here at the 21 EMA. It lined up with the 21 EMA and the 10 and the 10 SMA, all that confluence lining up with the break of this falling wedge, falling channel, whatever the hell you want to call it, and then you play it to the upside and you got that move. If you're playing the Ichimoku on the 4 hour, you had your 21 EMA, your 10 SMA, and your Tenkin all break, just like we talked about. And what do you have? Your C-span trade that we talked about that too, right? I believe it was on Friday's video where I said a potential C-span trade depending on whether we see this Tenkin flatten out, and we saw the Tenkin flatten out, and we got that C-span trade all the way up to the Kijun. For those of you who aren't aware of the Ichimoku cloud, the Kijun is a major level on the cloud. We came up here, tested it, saw a small pullback, and now we have the Kijun coming down, meeting the 21 EMA, clustering up with the Tenkin as well, and price is living well above all of those levels, right? So the question is now, are we going to see the Tenkin cross over the Kijun on the 4 hour? That would actually be a bullish setup. As you guys can see over here, right, we got the bearish version of it. We saw the Tenkin cross underneath the Kijun, and that's a bearish cross. Over here, do we see the opposite? Do we see the Tenkin cross over the Kijun? When we do see that, right, typically it does line up with a test of that level of the Tenkin and the Kijun cross. That also lines up with a test of the 21 EMA on the 4 hour. So I wouldn't be all too surprised if Bitcoin actually comes up here, test the Kijun, test the 21, as well as the Tenkin area. Would also line up with anybody who have taken longs over here and have placed their stop losses right over there, right, tapping into that liquidity on the 4 hour chart. If we go on over to the 12 hour, we have something interesting happening over there too. We've taken the 21, we've taken the Tenkin. Do we have a potential C-span trade going up all the way to the Kijun over here, lining up with 8,900? That would be very, very interesting, and I wouldn't be all too surprised. Right now, you might be asking, hey Sean, didn't you say that the range is 8,700, 8,200, and 7,700? Where are you getting 8,900 from? Well, just because we go all the way to 8,900 doesn't mean that the 8,700 range is disrespected, right? We could go all the way, test 8,900, and close underneath 8,700, similar to what we did over here, right? And over here too, we expected this up thrust. We talked about it in the seed program, we talked about the seed group as well, and I did mention it in the videos. We like a week or so in advance. In a week prior to this move coming all the way up to 8,800, we had actually anticipated this, right? So now the question is, do we see something very, very similar? It would make sense for us to test this region over here at the very least. Question though, now the interesting part comes down to whether we actually close above the 8,700 region. If we do that, in my opinion, I think Bitcoin is going to see further upside, right? Yes, we'll spend some time over here. We'll probably see a pullback after that, but any candle close above 8,700, and I doubt I'll still be playing the ranges anymore. I'll start look at things. I'll have to reassess. Okay, I'll have to reassess. A candle close above 8,700, I will be reassessing, and we'll get to that bridge and cross it when we get there, right? Okay, so that is the 12 hour. We discussed the 4 hour. I don't want to discuss the 1 hour. That's too low time frame for me right now, because right now, honestly guys, I think it is very, very prudent for us to focus on the higher time frames. The 12 hour can be considered mid time frame. I will switch over to the daily now, which is mid time frame. This is where things are a little bit more on the side, because we have a lot of resistance here, right? The 12 hours looking good, the 4 hours looking good, bullish you could say, but the trend on the daily is still down as long as we are living underneath the 10kin and the 21, and we are doing that. That being said, we do seem to be consolidating around this level. We saw that rejection look like a nasty rejection. If you're looking at the lower time frame, if you get sucked into the 1 hour, the 30 minute time frame, you will see this as a nasty rejection. But guys, I try to emphasize this in the Mango Telegram group as well. By the way, if you're not in the Telegram group, join while you can. It won't be open forever. So we talked about, I said, guys, be very, very careful with your emotions. This move over here, this stutter step that you may want to call it, especially in hindsight, is to be expected, right? We have the 21 here, the 10kin here. People are bound to put in their take profits and their short entries over there, attempt at the short entry. But what are you seeing? You're seeing the buyers come in and pick Bitcoin right off the 10 SMA. We are not seeing the follow through, not yet at the very least. The longer we spend over here, the more it would look like consolidation against resistance. When you consolidate against resistance, it is more likely that we break it to the upside. I'm not seeing what I would look for if I were a bear. Not yet at the very least. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on this. Any daily close above 8,300, and I'm definitely going to be looking at 8,700. I still have my long open from the 7,850 region, and I did take some profits over here. But I will not be looking to take those profits off the table completely until we lose a 10 SMA on the daily or some key levels on the 12-hour time frame. So we'll keep an eye on this, and I'll update you guys as it unfolds. I now want to look at the higher time frames, and when I talk about the higher time frames, I'm talking about the weekly. When I last left you guys off, let me go ahead and clear everything off first off the chart, hide the horizontals as well, keep a nice weekly clean chart. We were looking at this, right? We were looking at this, I believe on Saturday. I said that, hey guys, a break of some key levels over here would make a lot of sense. We are coming up to a key level at the end of the week, so we will be getting more information regardless of what happens. It is very, very convenient, a break or a support of the level. And what levels are we looking at? Well, we turn on our Mango ribbon and we are looking at the green 55 on the weekly and this 100 moving average on the weekly as well. What do you know? We got supported. We came all the way down. Oh, they're not quite, right? We actually made a high and low again on the weekly. You can look at it on the 4-hour time frame as well. Got exactly what we were looking for. If you guys missed my last video, go ahead and watch it, right? I explained my mindset a lot clearer, but essentially I was looking for those high lows to get defended even though I am playing the range. That's why I got my position in early as well. That being said, you don't need to look at it that way, guys. For those of you in the seed program, keep it simple. Use the techniques that I depicted or showed you guys step by step in the module, right? And you guys would have got the same entry. Don't need to overcomplicate it. I look at different things because I understand it deeply, and it gives me that confluence. But if you are starting off, okay, I gear all my content for beginners to keep it simple, keep it easy, make it straightforward, and not get too confused. You guys need to understand that I'm playing with bigger position sizes, so I gotta be a little bit more careful, especially when I'm putting on these kind of trades. All right, going back to what I was saying, we got that support, we got that up thrust. Question is, do we come up and test the upper layer if you're simply playing the EMAs, right? Going back to, okay, so let me go ahead and turn on the ribbon over here. And what I'm going to do, right, is I'm going to turn on the 200 EMA. I'm also going to turn on the 200 MA. And I'm going to change this is going to be the 200. And I'm going to change the color over here to, let's use something like red. Okay, something like that. Okay, so, the reason I'm doing this is for this region over here. If you guys do remember, right, all I'm doing, and this is what I mean by I keep it simple, I keep it basic, and what I want is for it to be repeatable. You don't want to be things that are too complex and too geared for this one scenario, like a fractal. I don't like those kind of things. I look at them, but I'll lean away. I will not play trades of them. So if you guys do remember from the 3000 region, what we're doing, simply selling the 200 EMA, buying the 200 MA, right? That's how I was able to get into my really easy trade. And look at the move we caught, guys, right? We are building a position all through this region over here, and boom, got the break of the upside to the upside, and it just kept going, and you don't need to catch the entire trade. We got the bottom over here, right? But we weren't really trying, right? Now again over here, you guys are going to see me do it where I'm not really trying to catch the bottom, but just by the nature of the simple techniques I'm using, I end up building a position right off the bottom if we break to the upside. We don't know just yet. Even over here, we didn't know just then, but you just need one of these trades to work out every year, guys, and you are sitting pretty as a trader. Just one really good trade. Okay, so that my point over here is we are seeing something very similar, right? Over here we have the green 55, the 100 MA, and over here the orange 26 EMA lining up as our levels. What's this coming up at? 8,700. What is this coming up over here at the bottom? 7,700. Over here, simple ranges too. The 200 EMA 4,100, 4,200, and at the bottom you have 3,300, 3,200. Okay, so we can simply play off these levels. If we break the weekly time frame to the bottom, hey, we know that hey, we can look for further downside, but I won't be looking at 5,300 just yet, okay, which would be the next weekly level, the major level. I think I haven't assessed that fully yet because I'm looking at the monthly levels, but that's beyond the scope of today's video. We'll talk about that some other time. Okay, so that's it for Bitcoin. I hope I didn't take too much time on Bitcoin. We can go ahead and look at Link now. And here we have Link USD on the daily, and Link has been such a beautiful chart to play, regardless of whether you're playing the USD chart or the Bitcoin chart, right? If you guys have been following me ever since we started trading Link on the BTC chart, right? Ever since this region over here, underneath this region, you guys have followed me as I built it, as we took profits, as we added throughout this entire region, and we talked about how beautiful and systematic and easy this was to trade. For those of you who are just joining, go ahead and watch those older videos of mine. You guys will pick up a few things and know how to put on similar trades. Now, recently, right, ever since the past few days, I've been looking at Link USD, and a huge thanks has to go out to you guys for that, because you guys have asked me to look at the USD chart because you guys are playing it off the USD chart, and I realized, damn, Link recently, ever since it broke into its highs on the BTC level, has been clearer on the USD chart, and we talked about this. If you guys were playing the daily, been patient and waited for the daily levels to hit, we had a nice trade off the Tenkin 21 and the Kijun over here on the Ichimoku. Got that test, and ever since then we started trending again, right? We had a nice move to the upside, really nice parabolic strong trend, call it what you will, a pull down to the Kijun, you buy that right back, and now we're seeing that up thrust again. Now that's on the daily, okay? If you're patient and you're playing it off the daily, well and good. If you guys were playing it on the lower time frames, like the 12 on the 4 hour, and of our previous videos, we were looking for a certain thing to happen before getting that up thrust. If you guys do remember, it was for us to take the 12 hour 21 EMA back, right? And we did that. Initially, we kept getting rejection here, but Bitcoin was giving us some signs, and those same signs we were seeing on the Link chart too, and that was this falling channel, and we saw both happen at the same time. The break of the 21, the 10 SMA, and the falling wedge, right, or the falling channel, call it what you will, and we got that, and now we're seeing that follow through, and we actually hit our measure move perfectly. As you can see, this was my target. I took profits off this level, and now I'm looking to add back to my position if we see a pullback over here. If not, I'll let the rest ride. Now the question is, do we see that pullback, or do we see follow through and more upside? Now on a chart like Link, especially when we see consolidation like this and a break to the upside finally, I'm gonna be looking for more follow through if I see that kind of consolidation and strength on the lower time frames. And now for that lower time frames, I'll be looking at the 1 hour over here. Let's go ahead and see what we have. And yeah, we do see that resistance over here, right off our target level, some sort of consolidation, a pullback to the 10 SMA, but a strong buyback. This is strength over here. The fact that Link is holding up its 10 SMA, this red line over here. That being said, I wouldn't be all too surprised, and I wouldn't be weak at all if we do come and test the 21, test the Tenkin right over here. Let's go ahead and see if we have any bearish divergence on our oscillators. And no, not really. Let's see if we have something on the 30-minute time frame. That would be a stretch, me grabbing at straws. And nope, I'm not seeing that weakness just yet on Link, so I wouldn't be surprised if we do go ahead and see more upside. But hey, then again, I have taken profits, and the reason for that, right, is let's go ahead and clear everything off this. I just showed you guys on the 12-hour time frame. I was targeting the measured move for this wedge over here, targeting these candle closes right over here. If we do close a 12-hour above $2.70, I'll be looking to add more to my position. That being said, I am a little bit wary, right? And that's mostly because now to add a more serious position on my Link trade, I'm going to be looking at the weekly time frames. If you guys been following me on my Link for the past 2 weeks, my Link trade for the past 2 weeks, I've been waiting for Link to close a weekly above this key level over here, $2.50. We have traded above $2.50 on the daily, the 12-hour, but we failed to close a weekly above that. If we manage to do that, I'll have more conviction in further upside on the higher time frames, and targeting $3.40 wouldn't be out of the question at all. For now, however, Link is doing exactly what we talked about 2 weeks ago, right? Right at this candle over here, we said, hey, wouldn't be too surprised at all for Link to spend time above the weekly close that we're looking for, $2.50, and then come and close right underneath, and then again do that the following week and close underneath. Question is, do we do that a third time? If we do that a third time, that'd just be very frustrating. But hey, I want to see that candle close. I'll be patient, and I don't want to force trades, right? For now, I have a position open. If it does continue, all well and good. I'm not going to chase the trade. I don't recommend you guys do that either. Alright, so now let's look at Link BTC before we wrap things up, and you guys can see Chainlink looking very strong against Bitcoin as well, especially since we are seeing Bitcoin have some aggressive upthrust to the upside, and Chainlink not giving a damn. Chainlink saying, hey, Bitcoin, if you're gonna go up, I'm gonna go up harder, and you're seeing that right over here. Chainlink reaching the top of this range over here on the Bitcoin chart. And I do want to talk about something a little bit more different today, and by different, I'm talking about a different time frame. Not so much for those of you guys who have been following me ever since this move all the way to the upside, right? I've been looking at the 5-hour, because on the 5-hour time frame, we were printing in these ascending triangles that were very obvious as long as you're looking at it, but people don't look at the 5-hour too often, right? Or not at all. But hey, those were playing out, and we kept breaking those ascending triangles to the upside and to the upside, and we built our position. And we did that again this time over here. We had this beautiful ascending triangle and a clean, easy break. You don't have to fight for your position at all. You don't see it over here, but let me go ahead and draw it out for you guys. Okay, so I'm looking at these candle close over here, and we can adjust this a little bit right there. Right now, this may not be the most beautiful ascending triangle to you guys, but it's the psychology of the triangle that matters, right? You have your higher lows and you have your flat highs over here, breaking to the upside on this candle, and then the up thrust meeting is measured moved also very well. Now we're living above it, and we're using that as support. So this is why I look at multiple charts, right? I'm seeing the strength on the Bitcoin chart, I'm seeing the strength on the USD chart. Gives me my confidence, things that I'm familiar with, things that I'm comfortable with, to take the trade towards the upside. And hey guys, I don't want to say this is free money, right? But if you keep taking these trades that have a high probability success rate, in the long run you will become successful as a trader. One of my alarms just went off. I do believe it is RLC. Let's go ahead and see what's going on over here. And damn, yeah, my take profit just hit on RLC. I don't take the entire trade off. I always take a portion of the trade off. Now that can be 50%, 75%, depending on the trade. We're not discussing RLC over here, but hey, I'm pretty happy about that. Some really good profitable trades to be had today. This entire week, I think there's a lot of opportunity. This is going well so far. Let's go back on to Chainlink, and there's not much really to talk about, right? The USD chart and the Bitcoin chart looking very similar, very strong, trending hard. We can go ahead and look at what the 21 EMA is doing on the we've taken the Tenkin, looking good, right? Testing the Kijun. This is the kind of chart you want to be playing. Let's go ahead and look at a cloud as well, see what's going on there. Testing the 200 MA over here as well. I actually missed that on the first look. Okay, cool. Chainlink looking good on the BTC as well as the USD chart. For now, I will leave you guys with that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I apologize for not being able to post a video on Monday. I had technical issues. I tried to get a video out. I messaged you guys on Telegram saying, hey guys, it's not gonna happen today. I do apologize, but hey, got the video out today. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Throw it a like, throw it a subscribe, hit that bell icon, share it with your friends, and in the meanwhile, do it the mango way, do it the stress-free way. Trading can be fun, trading can be easy, as long as you make it easy, guys. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Ciao.